I'm basically here going to teach you common sense beekeeping. I'm not a master beekeeper. I started beekeeping 1952, and I'm still learning. So I've made a lot of mistakes, and the mistakes I'm going to try to pass on and keep you from making those. And my objective here today is not to do a basic beekeeping, is to introduce you to how to make a living. And you can and will make a living. There's no way that you can't stop selling bees. And with the shortage right now from the USDA, there's a 40% loss in bees. We probably won't make our limits to supply bees next year. So we are depending on students. We have Kelly's here, and Ron, and Jim is another student, and we got, I guess, 2 or 3 more here from Texas. I strongly suggest if you want to buy my bees, buy them from a student that is closest to you. And if you was to open any type of business, you're going to spend a lot of money on advertising. These students basically bought a package or a minimum amount of neither nukes or packages, paid $500, and come take lessons. I would like you to keep promoting the methods that I keep bees. I try not to use chemicals. There's a lot of people say my techniques don't work, but I eat every day, let's say. I use more natural techniques. I do breaking of the brood cycle. I do a lot of splits. I'm not a big fan of honey. I did honey, and that's why I have a bad back. I probably dump out more honey in one day than most people make. If you come to me and you want to be a pollinator or you want to be a honey producer, I will teach you the things that I've learned. But money is in the bees, queens, and in Texas, you are at a golden opportunity. You can sell ag exemptions here. You put bees on people's property. I have current students right now that charge maintenance fees of $1,000 a year to maintain a hive, keep the splits, give the customer a quart or 2 of honey, and maintain the hive, paint it or do change outs. So it is a very good field. $500, if you compare it to buying a franchise at a fast food restaurant or something where you have a big investment, $500, a lot of people blow that in one day. And to have something as a good steady income, it's an investment worth working. If you don't want to work, don't get into bees. Have a couple hives. You work at it, you love it, you'll make money. But if you think you're going to make money and not do it, and have somebody come work them and just pay them, put your money in the bank and leave it. But I will teach you and show you in past things and talking to students where you can take your money, buy packages or nukes, and double them in 7 days. Now, there's no bank paying that interest. So there's a lot of commercial beekeepers don't like what I do. I'm giving you the opportunity to be their competitor. There's no reason why you can't be successful. This is my bee yard, which I build everything myself. And to make the most money, building your stuff yourself. I am at the point now, I don't build a lot of my stuff. We have suppliers that can supply the materials to us cheaper than we can actually build it. And you have an opportunity here. You have a good supplier here, can get anything you need. If you're up in age, I would suggest going 8-frame stuff. If you have a disability, go with 5-frame. There's more money to be made in manipulating these hives. These here, there's a water jug on top of my hive, and a lot of people don't understand. I don't drink that water. I catch queens all day. If you're catching queens and you have propolis on your fingers, you're going to damage the wings of the queen. That's the purpose of that. But each of these boxes you see sitting here is $175. These bricks here is my secretary. And people have a different system everywhere to take care of what they want. Where this half a brick sideways, that tells me at a distance I have a queen in there. It's a virgin queen. Now the one that's next to it, there's 3 bricks on there. That means there's cells in that box. that hive was sold and I didn't have a grafted cell to put in there. So I let the bees naturally produce queen cells. That hive there is probably right now only has 3 frames in it. And we put 3 frames in there for fast manipulation. I am, and I try to teach my students to run these boxes. You'll run a minimum of 20 boxes an hour. I run 40 to 50 boxes an hour. The box in the back there, which the brick is standing straight up, that means that box, it's got 5 frames in it, it's been checked, a customer is coming to pick it up. And then as I have students, I teach them this system, and I teach them to look at that box, point the queen out, and point the brood out, so that the customer sees the queen laying the brood. And I tell my customers ahead of time, if you're buying 25 nukes, I got 5 extra. And if you see anything wrong with this box, you don't like the color of that queen, you don't like the laying pattern, anything in that box, you won't make me mad. I will get you a different box. And when you're happy with that box and we load you up and you hit the road, them are your bees. Because a lot of these bees are killed from one thing, tinkeritis. Everybody got to get in there and check that queen as soon as they get home. And majority of people are wearing a veil and you can't see. So if you're going to catch queens, and I'm not being smart about it, if you're going to catch queens and make a living, you can't wear gloves. Unless you know a way to pick your nose with boxing gloves. So you have to have feeling.